Daily and welcome back to my channel. So today we're just gonna kind of keep it really casual. I'm gonna be drinking some tea and having a nice open discussion about university and like what it's really like. It's kind of, not really like spilling the tea but also spilling the tea. So yeah, if that is something you are interested in, keep watching. If you didn't know already, my name is Daily. I am currently a history student at the University of Warwick. I've just finished my first year and I'll be going into my second year. And well, even though first year was kind of cut short by, the current global climate, I still learned a lot. There was still a lot that I went through at uni, and I thought it would be nice to just have a nice discussion about it really. So get comfortable, get yourself a cup of tea or any other beverage of your choice, and we shall begin. First things first, I'd say that the one phrase that just, really sums up what university is like is, well, university is what you make of it. Like, you get out what you put in. If you take part in things, if you go to things, if you kind of, push yourself out of your comfort zone, which I did a lot. It wasn't easy, but I managed to do it somehow. You get more out of it, and well, university is expensive. Like, the cost of tuition aside, like the money you spend for your day-to-day living and money you spend on food and going out, it adds up, but it's all a part of the experience. And well, there's no point in shelling out so much money if you're just gonna not really do anything whilst you're there. One thing that became very apparent once I got to uni was that there is always something to do. Like, there is always an event going on, there's always a society you can join. There's some very niche societies out there, guys. There is a Quidditch society at my uni and I was just as surprised. There is so much to get involved in, and in Freshers Week it's so exciting. It's wow, yes, amazing, there's so much to do, but it's also really overwhelming because it's there is so much to do and you feel like you have to do everything. And the thing is, well, you don't have to do everything, but if you want to do something, there is always something for you to do. For myself, I would say that in term 1 I was kind of getting into the swing of things, but I also didn't really do as much as I would have liked to. I would love to redo first term and just go to some events that I missed because I just didn't go. I didn't have a real reason to miss them, I just didn't go. But in second term, I definitely stepped out of my comfort zone a bit more. I'm now on the exec of 2 societies at my uni, the Debating Society and the History Society, in case you wanted to know. So if you're coming to Warwick, please let me know. If you want to join any of those societies, please leave a comment. But it felt good. It was really daunting. I remember being so stressed at the Debate Society elections. I was like, oh my god, I'm so stressed. Everyone hates me, no one's gonna vote. But it was fine in the end, and I'm glad I pushed myself to actually do it instead of just being scared. And guys, I'm not a loud person at all. I'm not the most outgoing person ever. I'm, quite quiet at most of the time. I like to get involved, but I'm not the loudest person in the room, which is absolutely fine. And the good thing about uni is that you don't have to be. You don't have to be this super loud, outgoing person to find a space at uni that works for you. Which I think is one of the best bits about it really. It's just, there is so much to do and it's so inclusive. You can make friends with people over niches you didn't even know existed. So I think that's definitely one of the best parts of uni. However, that being said, I'd definitely say one of the harder parts of uni was I would say the independence part of it, but I think it varies from person to person. And I personally didn't find it very difficult, but it was it would just be every day I'd be wow, I really have to make my own dinner. I have to do everything on my own. And at first it was really exciting, and then it would get to a point where I'm I have zero energy today, but if I don't get up, I'm just not gonna eat. and at first it's a bit difficult to deal with, but you kind of get used to it as it goes. But as I said, I think it varies from person to person, and if you are someone watching this who is going to uni, I would say just be as organized as you can. Like, there's always going to be something new that you learn. What things that you may learn from uni may be different from what I learned from uni. Things you find easy at uni may be different from what someone else finds easy, and it's just a really big learning experience. So if something happens and you're like, oh, really mad about that, it's okay to be mad about it. Like, have your emotions, be mad about it, but also learn from it. I actually did make a video. This is not meant to, I was not meant to plug this in it, but I actually did make a video on like things I wish I knew before I went to uni. You should watch that, by the way. But as I was like planning it, I was like, wow, like these things that I wish that I knew seem like so simple. It might be like, oh, how could you not already know that? But guys, you will be surprised. You don't know what you don't know about uni until you get there and you're like experiencing it. And is it scary? Yeah, but also at the same time, it's gonna happen. Like, it's inevitable. Like, there's going to be things that you learn, and don't be scared of it, I would say. Like, I'm scared of most things, right? I'm scared of most things. I'm always at a state of like nerves, but it's also like in the moment, once you actually put yourself out there and start doing things, it's like, oh, okay, this was nothing to be scared of. So that's kind of like an uplifting point for you. I hope that helps. Another thing that happens quite often at uni that is, I don't think that I personally have not really heard any discussion on, is a feeling of imposter syndrome while still there. I remember moving into uni, I was like, yes, I've got this academics, I've got it in the bag. Because while at secondary school, there's like a much smaller pool of people. Like, there's like only so many people you can kind of compare yourself against. Not that you should compare yourself. I am not telling you to compare yourself to other people, because don't do that. That is the worst thing you could do. But at secondary school, it's just kind of like, you don't really have to actively do it because you're so close with so many people. You just kind of know who are like kind of like, I want to say like smart people, but the people who have like that reputation for being intelligent. And then moving to uni, it's very different, because all of a sudden you're mixed with like thousands of people from across the country, across the world, if your uni has a lot of like international students, and it can be quite daunting. It's like, wow, I used to be a big fish in a really small pond, and now I am a very tiny, minuscule fish in a gigantic ocean. And at first it was a bit like, oh, okay, like I don't know how to feel about this, because in secondary school it's like you're used to just kind of getting things instantly. It's like, if you want like specialized help, you can go to your teacher because you interact with them like every single day. At uni, at least in my experience at least, that's not really the case. There are so many people. You can get to know your lecturers and your seminar tutors in particular, but it can be a bit scary. It's like, wow, there's a topic that we've learned that I don't really understand, and I actually have to do loads of extra reading so that I can understand it and do my assignments. And you kind of get used to it, but it's very overwhelming in the beginning. It's like, I didn't sign up for this. It's very, I'd say definitely if you have that feeling, don't worry. Like, that is a completely normal feeling. There are thousands of other new uni students feeling just like you, and like, that is fine. I would just say, do what you can. Like, take it easy. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't think, oh, you're like useless, because you're not. Otherwise you wouldn't have gotten into the uni. Like, you obviously have what it takes. So really, I would say ask for help when and if you need it. Like, don't be afraid to do that. It can be very nerve-wracking, but the services should be there, and utilize them. I definitely did not utilize them enough, and that is something that I'm trying to change going into my second year. But it's okay. You won't get first year absolutely right. You might not even get second year absolutely right, and it's okay to, you know, learn from things, because that's, well, how we progress as human beings. So please keep that in mind. Well, I think the last point I kind of want to make is that, well, sometimes uni is not always going to feel like it's worth the 9k that you're paying for it, or however much it is that you pay for uni wherever you go. Sometimes it just won't. Like in my first year, I think I had about like 6 or 7 weeks worth of strikes. There were about like 2 or 3 weeks worth of strikes in first term, and then second term, like nearly half the term was strikes. And it was just a bit like, well, paying all of this money and not having any lectures. I only had like one seminar like every week, so basically my weeks went from like 10 contact hours to 1, and it just felt a bit like, well, like what's the point? I'm here, I'm not really learning anything, I've got free time all the time now. And whilst that was fun, it just made me feel really like pointless. I was like, well, I have nothing, like I actually had nothing to be doing. But you know, I don't really know how to make this positive. I just want to say there will be disappointing times at uni. Your lecturers may disappoint you, your seminar tutors may disappoint you, and I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, I just want to put that out there. I wish I'd known that before I went to uni, instead of getting there and then just kind of feeling like I wasn't getting my money's worth. But as I said, there are tons of other things for you to do, other stuff you can be getting involved with if you do have strikes. I feel like I should also clarify that I'm not saying that uni feeling worthless is okay, but just brace yourself for that feeling. Okay guys, so thank you for watching this video. My tea is cold now. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I was trying something a bit different, and if you enjoyed it, please let me know. Also, if there's any other topics you want me to talk about in this kind of segment thing, please comment it and let me know, and I will talk about it, because well, I have a lot of opinions on a lot of things really. So yeah, check out my uni advice playlist that has a bunch of other videos I've made on like university advice in it. And yeah, I'll also make a playlist for this kind of video as well, so look out for that. Other than that, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for watching. Also, I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Just wanted to say that. Okay, thank you. Have a good day now.